Green or blue?
Which end do you want to kick out? We got penalties
so
at this
Newcastle
end.
win
Right.
the coin flip for the end.
So we've got green or blue again. Green. Blue. You want to kick first. You've got Sydney FC kicking first. Okay?
Well, there you go. There's a fair coin toss. 50-50. Each side 1-1. I'm not sure about there being two coin tosses. Why don't you just give one the option and then the other one? Because what happens if Newcastle won both coin flips? They get it at their end and they get to go first.
Felt like Anzac Day to me, I'm not sure.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, let's go down to Garvey.
Well, no surprise, Harrison Devonish-Mears had a long conversation with the Sydney FC goalkeeper coach. The clipboard was out and the instructions on the likely side for all the Newcastle Jets takers was relayed to him. I'm sure James Delianov has the exact same information. Eli Adams is limping heavily. It doesn't look like he can take a pen at the moment. The hero for Newcastle to get them in this position. And it's just started drizzling a little bit down here as well, if there wasn't enough drama. Hopefully it doesn't get any heavier than this. But that started to drizzle over here as soon as that final whistle went to signal penalties for a place in the grand final alongside Auckland for 2026.
Well, thank you, Garvey. Breeze from the east-northeast. So, sort of coming over the left shoulder here of Joe Lolly as he steps up. Just having a look at the radar. There is a little bit of rain off the coast. You wouldn't think we're going to get much. So, we know the stats, Macca. The team that goes first in the shootout has a greater accuracy, has a greater winning percentage. We know that in world football. So, the difference is, though, Sydney are kicking towards the end of predominantly Newcastle fans. So it's Lolly. And Delianov saves to deny the Englishman.
Well, the man that was spoken about so much this week, how much damage could he cause the Jets? It's a good height, really, for Delianov, who does well. And the first blow goes the way of the Jets. A long way to go yet, though.
Well, if you remember last season, there was a massive delay here at McDonald Jones Stadium in the match between Jets and Victory. After a Jets fan, they had a medical episode, and Costa Grozos had to wait about half an hour before taking his spot kick. There was a lot of thinking time that afternoon. Not so here against the best goalkeeper in the competition. The Jets captain, he has his penalty saved.
Well, that's a big save. It's a little bit more height on it. It's probably not as close to the post as he would have liked, Costa Grozos, but he goes up and gets the arms up. Devonish-Mears. And we're all square.
Well, remember back in the 2019 grand final, it was Redmayne the hero in Perth to win them the championship. Devonish-Mears, he's a keeper in form. And that's a massive, massive play. So, it's Reece Hewley versus James Delianov. And he scores, composed from the spot.
He was calm and composed, wasn't he? Since Delianov the wrong way. It's a neat penalty into the bottom corner.
Devonish-Mears, he stands out like a beacon in the fluoro orange. He faces the Japanese international and Mizunuma, unerring.
And doesn't he like it? Gives the crowd a little bit of a G up, says come on to his goalkeeper. And that's what you call a good penalty. Power down the middle, high.
So Campuzano. The Spaniard, very short runner. And he's calm as well. Pushes it into that far left corner for a 2-1 lead in the shootout for Sydney.
Very calm. Short run up. Almost waited for Delianov to go one way and just tucked it into the opposite side of the goal.
So Ben Gibson, the Sydney Academy product. And he rolls it calmly away as well. A salute for the fans.
Well, almost a carbon copy. Not much of a run up. Just tucks it away.
Okay. So, the players that have no power at this point, they have no control. Ryan Grant, the most capped player in Sydney FC history. He is Mr. Sky Blue. And the captain straight down the guts.
That's another neat penalty. And just a little bit of a gesture to the Jets fans as well. Before saluting the Sydney FC fans, composed high down the middle.
Bertoncello, very short run up, and he has his penalty saved. So Sydney, one kick away from the grand final.
Devonish Mears again picks the right way, his second save, and it's all down to this.
Well, it's the experienced Garuccio. He's won a couple of championships. Will he have a chance to make it 3 next week? Garuccio scores! And Sydney end the season of the Premiers. What a dramatic night at McDonald Jones Stadium. The most successful side in the history of the Isuzu UTE A-League get a chance to add to their trophy cabinet. And for Newcastle, the shot at an historic treble evaporates into the autumn night at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Well, just like Auckland last night, Sydney FC have come to a full house and spoiled the party. They had to do it the hard way. They thought they'd done it in regulation time. And the Jets pushed them an extra 30 minutes, but the composure, the cool heads, Devonish Mears in goal. And the two fullbacks, Ryan Grant and Ben Garuccio, the final nails in the coffin to take them to another grand final. Everyone will be heading to Auckland next week, and they have more trophies in their sights.
Well, we saw Xavier Bertoncello in tears. Costa Grozos the same. He missed from the penalty spot first for Newcastle after Lolly had his penalty saved by Delianov. Full time at McDonald Jones Stadium. It finishes Newcastle Jets 1, Sydney FC 1, 2-2 on aggregate, and Sydney FC win 4-2 on penalties.